Welcome, true believers and newcomers alike. Spider-Man co-creator Stan Lee here.
This is what makes Activision Spider-Man games so much special. I still miss Stan Lee and his voice and his cameo in Marvel video games, especially in the LEGO Marvel series and the Spider-Man game series. Hey, what's up everyone? Today I am going to talk about my favorite Spider-Man game of all time, which I played numerous amount of times in my childhood. This is Spider-Man, or precisely I should say Spider-Man 2000. This was the first Spider-Man game that was developed by Neversoft and published by Activision. Most of you guys who are watching this video might be feeling a little bit nostalgic, as this game is probably your first Spider-Man game for most of you. If yes, then you may have still remembered how much difficult the game was for most of us in that time. But even today, I still find it very difficult to play most of the levels and finish them without taking so much damage and retries. Now, if we ignore some obsolete elements from the game, like the rooftop web swinging, as this game is more than 2 decades old, then there are plenty of factors which makes the game worthy of laying again today. Yeah, I know guys, we can no longer buy any Spider-Man games published by Activision officially, as they were delisted long ago due to licensing issues, but if you already have a copy of the game on any platform, then you can play it and share it with your friends. You know what I mean. Anyways, the first thing is the story of the game. Now yeah, without giving any spoilers, this game has a unique story. In the first cutscene, we get to see Dr. Otto Octavius explaining what is technology.
Technology is the light that will cut through the darkness. When humanity conforms to a single truth, a truth based in technological progress and scientific method, we will be unstoppable.
Oh, that was a nice definition of technology, by the way. I wish if I came to know about this in my early school days. The game's visuals and storyline are heavily inspired by the Marvel comics of that time. Along with our Spidey, we can also see the involvement of other Marvel superheroes in this game, like Daredevil, Captain America, and the Punisher, with various supervillains from the Spider-Man universe, like Scorpion, Rhino, Venom, etc. After each cutscene, we get to see a spider logo transition effect. It makes us feel as if we're watching a Spider-Man TV show. Now, just like the modern Spider-Man games, you can unlock and choose between various Spidey suits to play with. Some of the Spideys also have their own special abilities. Apart from that, the game also allows us to use several cheat codes, which was a thing back in the PS1 PS2 era, which makes the game more fun to play. The combat in this game allows us to perform punch and kick attacks separately, a feature which lacks in Insomniac's Spider-Man games and the previous The Amazing Spider-Man games. You can create your own combos with mixing the punch and kick attacks. You can kinda perform some jump attacks too. The sound effects of web swinging and web attacks are quite unique and different as compared to most of the other Spider-Man games out there. The soundtracks in this game are also great and flawless, just like the other Spider-Man games out there. After clearing each chapter and some levels, you get a chance to save your progress separately. There was no such thing or feature called auto-saving in that era. You were always required to save your progress manually, so this is common for this game too. The game also comes with a training section, because this game is so literally much harder, like other video games used to be in those times. So if you are constantly getting defeated, then don't worry, you might wanna go to the training section and choose any mode to practice and acquire some new moves to progress further into the game. Now guys, for your information, I completed both Insomniac's Marvel Spider-Man Remastered and Spider-Man Miles Morales on the ultimate difficulty with very few, like kinda 2 to 4 retries. However, after booting Spider-Man 2000 in hard mode, I was like, bro, this is the exact same experience that I used to have back in my days. And yeah, it is still very hard for me. Even in the normal mode, the game feels quite difficult, especially after the first boss battle. Escaping the chopper while defeating enemies was such a thing for me at that time, and I believe it was so for most of us. You need to define separate tactics to win the boss fights. Even, you might find it difficult for the first time to play the first boss battle, that is to find a way to defeat Scorpion. This proves that video games from the older generations have had challenging and complex mechanisms and gameplay environments. But sadly, these elements are very much hard to find in modern AA and AAA titles. So if you want a good taste of combats and swing over a hardcore adventure as Spider-Man, then this game could match your taste. Unfortunately, we cannot purchase this game from any official vendor, so many of us today may not find or own a copy of Activision's Spider-Man games. But if any of your friends have this game, then you could borrow the game from your friend for some time, play the game, and then return it to them on time. Also, You can get the game from other sources if you seriously want to play it. You know, right? Spider-Man 2000 was released for these platforms, and guys, if you have played the game before or recently, then let us know your thoughts in the comments section of this video. Also let us know which Spider-Man game is your favorite, and with that being said, thank you so much guys for watching our video, wishing you all a very great day ahead, and I will see you in this video and in the next one.